We will be defining the unit normal vector now. Let's say we have a curve, and recall that capital T of t is a unit tangent vector to the curve at the point out of t, if r out of t is the parameterization of the curve. Now, the length of t is 1, so the square of the length of t is also 1. Now, the square of the length here can be written as the dot product of t with t. Now, let's take the derivative of both sides with respect to t. On the left-hand side, we can apply the product rule, and what we get is t prime of t dot product with t plus t dot product with t prime of t, and the derivative of 1 is 0. Now on the left hand side, then we get 2 times t dot product with t prime of t, because dot product is commutative, so these two terms are the same. So we get 2 times t dot product with t prime of t is equal to 0, but then we can divide by 2, so we are left with the equation that t dot product with t prime of t is equal to 0. So we see that t is perpendicular to t prime of t, and recall that if delta t is a small change in t, then the corresponding change in capital T is this t of t plus delta t minus t of t. So if we change t by delta t, then capital T changes by this much, and that's approximately equal to capital T prime of t times delta t. So this tells us that that capital T changes in the direction of its derivative t prime of t, and we know that t prime of t and capital T of t are perpendicular. Now, if you look at this curve, obviously capital T is changing in the direction that is inward. I'm going to call this direction to be the inward direction, and the opposite direction to be the outward direction. So we see that capital T of t obviously changes a direction inward, so t prime of t will be directing in this way, and we define capital N of t to be the unit vector in the direction of capital T prime of t. So capital N of t would be capital T prime of t divided by the length of t prime of t. So capital N of t is basically the direction in which the unit tangent vector t of t or the curve is turning at the point out of t. So once again, N of t is the direction in which the curve is turning at the point out of t, or you can say it is the direction in which the unit tangent vector is turning at the point out of t. So once again, this point right here is out of t. T of t is tangent to the curve at this point, and N of t is perpendicular to the unit tangent vector here. So clearly N of t is the direction in which the curve is turning at this point. Okay, so that's the unit normal vector. In the next video, we will be looking at the binormal vector.